Yeah, continuing to the last session which we have discussed. So I have made few little changes in the app.css. The existing CSS made our design looks somewhat awkward. I just removed and also like I have figured out some of the bootstrap default styles itself we can use, but for custom styles implementation explanation, I have just added this CSS. Now the design looks like this. So I just there was spelling mistake with the container, so that's the reason we did not get this one. And I just given the padding, all those things, and I added. So this is typically button. We can make it more improvised UI wise. We can introduce icons, everything we can do. We can format this data, all those things. Now let me continue with the other actions what we need to do, and let me finish it off as soon as possible. And so first let me keep the uh, routes for this application. Okay, so how to work with the routing means we have a React router DOM. Okay, we have that routing concept. npm install. And we need to understand one thing. So what is the use of this React router DOM is it will make your page as a single page application. First you need to understand what is single page application means. Even though like Facebook, for example, Facebook, you can see, even though you see the Facebook application or LinkedIn, any kind of social networking application, you see those are all kind of single page application only. What is single page application means? It will share the header, footer, left navigation, or if you see in Facebook, the ads will be always fixed. The header will be always fixed. Okay, so we will not be loading entire data unnecessarily. Until there is necessary, we won't refresh everything. So you are going to concentrate on only data changing. Okay, in such cases like single page application where whatever data is going to change, only that part we will be reloading. Rest of all will be staying as fixed. Okay, so that what is the advantage of it? We can make use of the performance kind of like utilization. We can make less performance issues. Okay, so now to start with this React router DOM, okay, what we need to do, make sure that you are adding the top provider in the index.tsx. Okay, now this is one question, like what is the starting point of the React index.tsx? From there, your app will be called. Okay, and from the app, it's up to you, whatever level you want to go, you can. Okay, so just add this one, import browser router from React router DOM. Okay, within this, your entire app should be within this. Then only your application will act as a single page application. If you don't have it, then it will be working in a different way. It won't understand. The routes won't understand if you are not keeping your component, parent component within the under the browser router. Okay. Next, go to the app. So from app, you are calling index actually. So I think like index is not needed because we can write starting directly here. But the reason being having this index separately means we can have more control within the app instead of writing the business logic, business design. We can have better control here. Okay. So in my case, like I feel that always a navigation bar is fixed right every time. Okay, only just that links will change. Then in such case, why do we need to have this in the index page? It's not needed, correct? Just cut this down and keep it here. So in this case, this is always, use this quick fix, it will, okay? In this case, this navigation is always fixed and only what part will change? The below part will change, okay? Now, you need to make sure that like how the response will go. Okay, that you can define here. Understand? So don't call this index directly. If you are using routing, then this is not needed, right? Okay, that you need to define with. Now you are not directly calling from app. You are calling. You are going to call your child components through the routes. Okay, how you can do means routes. Actually, in websites, if you see, right, you may feel that uh, browser router, then routes like that. It's not something, the same mechanism only should not be there. Browser router I have added in the top, then I can start with routes. Conceptually, the hierarchy should be browser router and routes, then route. So route is not there, just use this quick fix. It's also from, and also let me add route. Okay, so just how many routes we need in our case? Yeah, let me go here. Here 3, and also let's have such route. You understand, right? Such route and profile. Some 5 routes. Let me have 5 routes. Okay. So what you need to do? Path. There are 2 important properties: path and element. Element is an object. Okay. Yeah. So here it is slash. So it means the starting. Okay. Then where it should go? In our case, index. Understand? Next. What else? Pending. Correct? Or overdue, as per our, yeah, let me write overdue. Oh, sorry, pending. Pending is right. Overdue is different. We don't have that concept of overdue here. Let me change it in the nav here. If you want, yeah, we can do one thing. We can also make overdue button. Understand, right? Let it be pending as of now, because this is not relevant here. When overdue task will come, right? If you are having due date, until that overdue is not reasonable to put here. Okay, pending task. So let it be pending. So what should be created here? We should create a component, correct? Okay. So what you can do? Actually, I want to reuse a little bit. Understand? I want to reuse a little bit. The same display task itself, I want to use it for multiple purpose. How can I do? Tell me. Yeah, yes, correct. This display task should accept props. Props is of any type. Okay. So these props, now things will change little bit. You need to understand. Let me give some header here. Props dot title. Understand? Props dot title. So what I will do in the case of index, do one thing. Title equal to all tasks, all to do tasks. If I am passing from pending, see, generally you need to create another component, but I am going to tell you how to make use of the one component itself for multiple purpose. So here what I will do, pending task. Understand, right? So from where, from index to there, I am just calling. Do we need index now? Tell me. Do we need index page? I don't think so. We need index page. Yeah, but for some set of styles we can just do. Okay, props again. But we can't directly pass from display tasks to from app to display task, because display task is there in the index. So then what we need to do? We need to pass here. Title equal to props dot. Are you all understanding what I'm saying? Try to see. I want to distinguish this display task for two purposes. One is all tasks and show all tasks. Whenever I send it as pending task, then I should show only pending task. That's how I am mentioning the route. The same component I will use it for two purposes. Okay, it's for reusability. You got it? Okay. Now why it's showing all tasks here? Because it's in the default route. It's in the default route. If I change it to something, then it's not displaying because it did not find that route. You understand? Okay. Now let me just give pending. Now see what it is showing? Pending task. But this data we need to filter somehow based on that props. What I am saying is this is in this display task is accepting this, which I don't have the control over directly sending from app to display task. That's the reason what I am doing. I am sending these properties. Props means properties to where index dot, and which is accepting the parameter. You need to understand a function with parameter, okay, will be input if you are calling from some other function, correct? Then you can make use of it. Function of add a comma b. What is a comma b? It's a parameters that we are calling as properties. Okay, the name is different, but you are already making use of it. A function will take the arguments or parameters, anything. But here you are calling as properties. That property you are taking and you are not going to use it here. If you want, what you can do, you can have better control. You can take this and you can have it here also. Oh, sorry. You can have here also and have a HR. Got it? Okay. See, pending task came here. Okay. Now, that same thing I need to pass down to the another component as well. Again, do same thing. I want to replicate a situation where this prop drilling will give you the trouble. What is the disadvantage of it? Unnecessarily, you need to pass from one component to the shell component. Between if four components are there, for all you need to pass the data. You don't have any direct channel from app to this one. Yes or no? Okay. That you can able to easily control. Are you understanding? Okay, using the React Redux. But just go with this. This is normal. This approach is called props drilling approach. Okay. So this is done. Now what I need to do, based on my props, I need to do one thing. What I need to do here, I just need to do a check here. If props dot title equal to for example, let it be all tasks. What I am sending here, all tasks. Even you can use it in a constants also you can maintain. I'll take care of this project code optimization also in next week. As code optimization I will tell you how to make it more perfect. If it is all task, we can make it. If it is pending task, then what we need to do, we need to filter, correct? Filter of tasks. Tell me, all of you tell me what yeah, task any. In JavaScript it won't give any problem, but here it's mandatory to give this any. Okay, return task dot status equal to pending. Now see. Okay. Now let me go for, yeah, router is not working. Let me. Okay. Now it's working. Understand, right? So I mean I just control it. Now just let's go for this one. Because why that link is not working? We have not given any link. We just we mentioned the routing, but not the links. So let's go for another things like what is the other one? Reports and something like search. Understand, right? So Here you need to understand one thing. Every task will have an ID, right? If I want to display only one task, then use this one, task ID, colon. What is this colon mentions, right? I am going to send a value as a dynamic property, which you should accept. It can be any number. If I just give ID, what will happen? If only that ID comes only, it will route. If not, today it will be such slash 20. You understand, right? Tomorrow 21 item. Task ID can change, correct? Then to make it dynamic, you need to use colon ID. I mean anything, not only ID, anything you can mention. Then in the load of that component, as like query string you are reading, in the same way, use params and use this ID, that value will come to you. Okay, that is the use of this. Okay, so it doesn't make sense to hear this one, task slash. Okay, and one more thing is profile. Now what we need to do? We need to create few more components, correct? So tell me what we need to do. Reports, correct? TSX, import React from. Just try to be along with me, because then you will understand the code, how I am writing all those things. Reports. So what I can do, return, don't forget this, okay? Return div. So let me write something like some h2, yeah, reports data or something. This page contains reports, something, at least for testing purpose, okay? Now let me create another one as, yes, that's what I'm expecting, export. So this is one way, or you can do one thing, export default. So what is difference between export and export default? Export default means if I have 10 components within this like this, within this file, then if you use export default, whatever you are specifying, that only will be called directly like this. Let me show you the difference. Okay. Now export default reports. Now I need to use it in the app, correct? Now try to see what I am saying, reports. So what I will do, I'll just write reports. See here, what is the difference between this using some consuming or importing something within braces and without braces? If you are using directly this one, then it is the main default component which that other file is returning. If you see the example, React, this is the default component which React package is returning. And how will you use use state? Can we write like this, use state? We can't write. There will be only one default component for any file, which additionally you want, that you need to use like this. Okay. For that perspective, I'm just giving. So always make sure that I suggest to go for default only if you are having only one component. Why? Because you can save these 4 characters, space, flower brace, all those. Yes or no? Okay. Reports. Anyway, these are also an important interview question. Okay. So reports is done. Then next, what is tasks? Yes or no? Okay. Now let's create mm, display task dot tsx. So same thing. I don't want to waste the time. Copy paste display task. Yeah, quick fix. It will automatically take. Next profile. Profile dot tsx. I mean, this you can take as homework. Okay. You can just profile data. Makes sense, right? Okay. Now routes are done. Now you need to give the link, correct? Then where you need to give? Go to the header. Okay. Now you have the control here. Now what you need to do, right? Now you need to import no link from no React router DOM. Okay. Link. Yeah. I'll do. Such, I mean, later I will do, but as of now, profile. Instead of href, what we need to do? 2. So 2 like this. And 2, what is this? Pending, correct? Pending. Reports. Profile. Now let's see. Are you able to observe? It's working, right? Now reports. Now routing is working. I mean, this is this we need to adjust actually. And one more thing, this is not changing. Did you observe that? This is not getting active. For that, we need to do some little bit of work. Okay, we need to use an active, which is the active item, and we need to update that one in state. Okay, that we will see later. Clear, right? Okay. So now pending task also done. Okay, pending task we have not filtered it. What it is? The pending task is not filtering. Let's check out that. Go to the app.tsx. It worked earlier, right? No, there is some problem. Dashboard, pending task. Okay, yeah, you are right. So why it is not changing? Tell me. The state is not getting updated actually. Okay, so even though you clicked on it, the state is not changing. Okay, that's another thing. Uh, yeah. Anyway, I mean, just forget about it. I'll try to make it control in the Redux, because again, if I go for taking another state, right, then it will. Okay, or else do one thing. Let's copy this. Take it as a pending tasks. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. So now, okay, ignore about this one. Even we don't need props. Okay, we don't need props. And let me move this. I hope this is a problem. I feel like index.tsx. Let's give some another name. Home. Sometimes this also will be problem. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it is updated. Let correct in app.tsx. Right. No, but how come it is reaching this actually? Dashboard is reaching this pending task, but it is the reason why it is not changing means the value, it is not felt that the value is changing. Okay. So then where is the issue? From here, let's have one state constant. Okay. Title, comma, set title equal to use state. Let it be null. And let's have use effect. And let's have the dependency of props. Then if props is get changed, then set the title as props dot title. Next, make use of this title. Understand? Okay. When it should work? Only if title is not equal to null. See why it's not changing now? Oh. No, no, no. That is different actually. Even before that, it was giving issue. Okay. Control P. Okay. How to debug this one? Control P. Go to our component name is home.tsx. Let's see. I just clicked on dashboard. All tasks. Okay, the title reaching all tasks, and let me go to the display tasks. Have the breakpoint here. No. Actually, the display task itself not got re-rendered. Did you understand? Pending task. What happened? Yeah, just give me 1 second. I need to troubleshoot. Yeah, definitely there will be one case that reusability may not be working on the, it's a single page application, right? So let's have it as, but it's not the case. Actually, it should work actually. We will come into the decision why it is not working. Okay, what is the problem here? It's not identifying it. Export, constant. We have removed, yeah, we have removed this, right? We'll see. I mean, it's not a big deal. Sometimes this happens. Okay. So, I mean, it's always like better to have, or else what will better to have different components. The reason why it is not changing, right? Internally, after routing, you can do anything, but during the routing, it's always better to have kind of some kind of differentiation. I'm not saying you can't use the same thing, but some differentiation makes sense there. Okay, definitely it should work, but we'll investigate it later. But as of now, you are able to see. Okay, it's working fine. Reports. Okay, so now I want to introduce one more concept called higher order component. Okay, higher order component means you see here pending task design is still here, reports design is still here, dashboard design is still here. It's not good, right? Even though the component, let the component have its own logic and UI, But whenever it's loading on the page should come in the particular proper place, right? Okay. So then in such situation, I'll tell you how to control it. I'm not doing it right away, but I'll tell you what you need to do. And I want to cover one interview question. It's called higher order component. It means whenever, let me show you, I have another already higher order component. I'll show you. I have an component already. Because it's very, very important interview question. I'm already having one another React app. Let me open it. I'll show you. See here. This is how you can implement. It means you can take an higher order component, base component. Let's create here as well. Okay, base component in our case also, so that we can cover some interview. Or else it won't make sense to have this home component. Yes or no? Or else why can't we directly call display tasks? So let's have this as home only as higher order component. Okay, and which takes the input of two things. One is wrapped component, which will be returning, and another one is which component. I mean, for some reason we are just getting this and we will be reading it. But anyway, in our case, just one is enough. What component? Any. In the other way, we can just say wrapped component. That is what we need to return, not display tasks. Understand? That's then what will happen? Whatever you are expecting will go and use this design. Are you understanding or not what I'm saying? Okay. So it will be an higher order component, as I told. It's written, and we need to make sure that we are using. This is called closure. Only difference which you see between normal function and this one is it will have a two returns. The first return will be higher order components return. See, this may be little tricky here, but I want to cover it anyhow here. There are two interview questions involved within this. One is higher order component, another one is closure. What is closure? A function sitting inside another function. Understand? So here you can see how many functions are there? Two, because two returns are there. This is function one, which is returning something, and again by take, you need to understand what it is doing, right? It is taking the parent component and properties, then it is combining both here. Are you understanding? Okay. Now let's see how to use it in the app.tsx. So here what we will do, Okay, yeah, it's a little bit different. Just use this where and all. We want to use it in 3 places. What are the 3 places? In the display task, correct? Use import home is the one, correct? Actually, it should not be home, it should be a and base component or higher order component. Are you understanding? Okay. Then what we need to, when we are returning, don't use, when you are returning it, don't use this syntax now. Use the syntax of export this one. As I have not used the default, what I can do? Home of, what is the component? Display task. Actual default is needed in that case. Now tell me, in the same way, what we need to do? Go to the pending task. First of all, tell me what I am trying to do here. I have 10 components, okay? 10 components are having their own logic, but I want to change its design where I am keeping it, okay? Then do I need to unnecessarily, do I need to have my design in every page, this design? Today I may have this design, tomorrow I may get some 2 or 3 lines of design extra, one scroll bar, I may scroll every page. Then are you going to keep on changing in the each and every page? Not good, right? So the advantage of higher order component is we will have better control while rendering the child component. You are having 10 routes. On clicking of every route, you need to, before coming into the rendering, you need to control it with some design. Are you understanding? Today they may have some branding. Tomorrow that one more company may get them. They want to change their branding. Then where you can simply change? Within this higher order component. That's the reason you can see it will take any component as input and it will change its logic. What it is doing, it is keeping it in some place and it is returning this entire one. And don't worry, if you are having properties also, it can take, it can return. It's up to you whether you are passing input or not. It won't worry, it will return. Okay. Now tell me, for display task is done. Here, import home from, sorry, let me, it's not an home. Here, no need of this one. Use the syntax export default for this higher order component. Okay, right now you will understand what is higher order component and what is closure function. What I am doing, I need to return what? Pending task, correct? But I am not returning pending task here. What I am doing instead of that, I am passing the pending task to the home component. Then what home component will do? It will take the component, it will take the properties, then it will combine it with some other design and it is returning. Then ultimately it is giving it. So this is called closure function or higher order function. I mean, both are different. Higher order function, but closure behavior. Are you understanding? Okay. So in JavaScript and React, this is so much important interrogation. These two are high. What is higher order function or higher order component? What is closures? A function holding another function. It can be a chain, not one. You don't think like only one chain. It can be like you. It will be. It was funny that in one interview they asked function A of below function B of below function C of function D of. They are asking me to call the D function. How will you call? It's very simple. A of B of C of. I mean, it was long back, 5 to 6 years back. I was not aware on the closures, but it was such simple that I understand now that, I mean, later I understand why people are more keen on the closure functionality means it is more used for controlling the logic in different levels. Whatever you want to do there. then give it to the people, so that some kind, this is called abstraction. In object oriented programming language, this concept is called as abstraction. It means that you will have some control outside, which is not knowing for the people who are looking from outside. Inside there is some abstraction you are doing. Understand? Okay, it's for security reasons generally. In the object oriented it is security, but here in JavaScript it is for controlling, manageability. Okay. So now next, what is the other one? It's up to you. Profile, if you want to. Even profile we will do. Not profile. What is that? Reports. Yeah. Tell me. Import home, and here export default home of reports. Okay. Clear? Now it will give error because we changed it to the default component, right? Yeah. So we need to remove it. Yeah. Home cannot be used. Now what we need to do? Display tasks. We need to add one more thing. Yeah, here it is not needed anymore. Now try to see. I'm clicking on pending tasks. I'm clicking on reports data. Did you people observe the design is in the control? Correct? It's in this place only. It is here. So how we have controlled it using, today my intention is not to cover just what React Redux, but also I want to cover few more things which is very important for the interview perspective. Okay. Now we will use these properties. Okay. What for this, all tasks need to go. For this, pending task should go. Yes or no? Okay. Let's do one thing now. App title equal to all tasks. Okay, let's take only one. This is not needed because already we have. I just want to cover whether the data is going or not. Pending tasks. Now go here. Pending tasks. Which text? Swaps any. Come here. So what should come here? Props dot title. Now see. So now see, higher order component is able to work without taking properties, with taking properties also. How it is possible? With the closure function. A higher order function is giving its properties to the next level, and next level is combining it and giving it back. See? Clear, right? Okay. Now let's move on to the other one. So this is done. Reports. Let me show you one thing. I want to distinguish the report here in a table manner. How many pending tasks are there? How many completed tasks are there? How many in progress tasks? That's very simple. Okay, let me take as 3 cards. Okay. Uh, where is that reports? Yeah. Let's have. Okay, I want to cover one more thing, guys. Okay, you people are, I don't know how strong you people are in the custom CSS. I want to cover here. Okay. All tasks. four things: all tasks, in progress, pending, completed. Okay, here the counts come, correct? Yes or no? Okay. Now, in general, what you are doing, okay, let me do one thing. I will tell you the props drilling here in a proper way. Now go to the app. Here we are doing one mistake. In display task also I am calling this use effect. In pending task also I am using use effect. In the same way I need to call in the reports, correct? Yes or no? That is what I mean generally we need to do, but which is not correct. There is what we will get the reusability, not React Redux, reusability. We need to do it in a single place and we need to pass down. Okay. So anyway, let me do all those things. Yeah. But this is, I mean, layman approach, which I should not do. Task. Now tell me what should come here. This is not right approach, but I still am doing. I'll tell you how to change. Task dot filter off task. We need to filter, correct? Task dot status equal to yeah, we can, okay, so actually it should not come here. Simple. And instead we need to write one more function called get status count. Yes or no? Actually, we can do it in several ways. We can pass the status and we can read, or while getting the data itself, you can map it into the statuses and you can get it. Yes or no? Which is the best way means, while getting the data itself, you can get the unique status and map with that and you get it. That's the right way, okay? But I don't want to waste the time here. But the right approach is, you have the task here. From the task, get the unique status, okay? Filter and have it as an object. But that is the other thing we will see. As of now, I'll do status any return status dot. Okay. So what should we do? Okay. Yeah. Done. But this UI looks very, I mean, normal, correct? Yeah. Sorry, this is not needed. Actually, all results I need. Okay. 7 tasks. These all. There is some interview cases you people will get not to use Bootstrap or anything, and still they want you to make it as a cards. Understand? That's a high level I just want to give. I don't want to waste much time, but still on interview perspective, I want you people to understand how to make it as cards. Okay? Like class item equal to make it as a card. I mean, maybe Bootstrap card will work, I hope. I don't want to go with that one. I want to make it as status card. I mean, people will ask, exactly they will ask to make it. Okay, and they want it as 4 horizontal cards. Then do one thing. Uh, let's go here. Status card, display, flex. Next, flex wrap. Okay. Oh, wait. Flex wrap. Div. I mean, there are several ways you can do. You can use flex, grid, anything. No, just leave it. I will take care. Okay. Then it is correct, right? Why it is not? Okay. Display flex. This and all like a inside one. This is about the content actually, but why it is not coming in the? Okay. Yeah, I understand actually. Why it's not working? Display flex direction row. Okay. Anyway, no issue. I don't want. I will cover it later. Okay. Just, I have that coding as well. Let me just show you. Yeah, I have done it here. You can see display flex. I have done the same kind of CSS. You can see here display flex wrap. Earlier I had border display flex. Let's remove this and let me give this status card parent. Next. Now see here. I don't think, okay, there is something. I hope I understand. So maybe for below item, I have not mentioned display flex earlier. For below item, only for top one we have mentioned. For below item, we have not mentioned display flex. Now see, if I will remove this. Okay, anyway, if it is working, we should not touch it. Okay, so display flex. Yeah, and again, there is one more subdiv, correct? Below the one. Yeah. Flex, wrap. Actually, we should have like this for better control. Okay, I don't want to waste time. Let's go with this one. Mhm. Okay, leave it, leave it. We'll go with this approach. Class equal to let's play. Okay, we can also use break also. Why break also? Okay, there is some problem with the display flex actually. That's the reason it's not working. Okay, so that's how like we can make the design more effective. So please make sure that before you are going for the interview, you have practiced this. This is very important interview question. How to make cards with custom CSS, not with Bootstrap or something. You should be able to put it in a situation that how to keep the cards, okay, and how to make the width. These all those things they will ask. Got it right? Okay, and styles that we will see later. Now this is kind of like I don't think it's a meaningful way to get the data every time in all three places, correct? Instead, what we need to do, go for the app.tsx, okay, and here you call another service.ts, and from there call it. Instead, what I will do, I will just try to uh, use it here itself. What? I'll just get this data, okay, and the same thing. I'll get it here. Now you have the task here, correct? Now you need to pass down. So how to pass tasks equal to task, and when it should, yeah, and when this all should go, if task dot, no, this, let it be, let this be, no issue on this part, route won't make anything, correct? Yeah. Now, do we need to use it in the all places? No. What we can do instead? Props any. What we can do? Props dot tasks everywhere. Is it clear? Okay. Now, tell me in the same way what we need to go to pending tasks. We are already having this one. So what I can do directly, instead of tasks, or even here I can mention props dot tasks, or here I can do. I don't want to use this logic. Or directly also you can call here. Even this is not needed actually speaking. And please make sure that this you are using. What it means, right? If task is available only. Also, if this one, because we are getting data from somewhere else, correct? So there is a chance that we may not get the data immediately, correct? Okay, now display task. Here also same thing. Props any. Got it? And I forget one thing to do here. In pending task, we are not filtering out the data, right? Yes or no? What we need to do? Dot filter of any task dot status equal to pending. Clear? Or even we can do this filter, we can do by the time of passing the data itself. Yes or no? Okay, because it will save the time of travel, correct? So here, okay, okay, let it be. I'm refreshing the page again. There are no unsaved files. Yeah, still our work is, still our outcome is coming. Yes or no? Okay. So now the problem with this is same data is being passed everywhere. And for suppose if I make it as mark as completed, okay, if I change it, then what will happen? I need to change in the source, and from there again that same data need to be passed here. Clear? Okay. So let me, at last, let me do one thing. Later I will take that React Redux. One example only I will take. Now tell me where we need to do the change. Display task, correct? So what we need to do? Constant update status. So what we need to pass? Task ID, comma, status, string. correct? Now tell me what we need to do. Fetch of, you people already know. Oh, let header options equal to method post content type and type application slash JSON. Correct? Next. In fetch, what we need to pass? Yes. To do slash, what we need to pass? Task ID, comma, header option. Then okay. And what we need to do? We need to update the actual status, actual data, correct? So then I don't have that function here to, because my state is not here, yes or no? You need to understand one thing. So you are doing the change here, but you are not updating the state. You are making it as completed, it's saving in the server. Is it refreshing here? You have not written any code. Then what generally people will do? Simply they will refresh the page, which is not recommended. That is the reason we are going for single page application. For a simple action, why do you need to go to the server again and go get it? If server is confirming that, yes, my data is updated, why can't you update in the local? Okay, but if you want to update, where is your state here? It's a child component, but your data is in the parent. Yes or no? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Then we need to go in a reverse way from child to the parent, saying that I have done this work, you do this work. Okay, clear? So in that case, it's better to keep. Okay, I am cutting down this code, and where I need to keep this code? In the app.sx. But still, I want a event also here to make sure that what is being called. Okay, I'm using the same method name here and there. Now, after doing this change, what need to be done? I need to change the set task. Correct? Set tasks are task, comma. Okay, we'll do one thing. Yeah, do one thing. Let take temp tasks equal to tasks. Next, here one important thing. Let update task equal to temp task dot find of task any task dot id. What is the db.json syntax? It's normal id only. id equal to task id. Then update task dot status equal to status. Here it is, any. Now got it? Okay. Now as the, see, it's very simple. Deploy, sorry, display task is in the child level. You are doing some change. You can complete there itself. You can send a request to server, but you want to update the parent because the source of data is from the parent. That's the reason what I have done. I have moved that to there, and I will give a, I'll fork it. Okay, I'll send the ID and status. Let it update in the server and immediately update the source data. As source data changes, then where and all that source data is changed to all components, it will pass. This is called props drilling. Like you are coming down, again you are going, coming down, again going. The disadvantage is like if there is 10 levels in the child, in the 10 levels you need to send props dot, props dot, props dot. Imagine I have 4th level child, but data is on the top. You want to update it like that. Then what you need to do? Every time you need to tell to the child that this is my update function, capture it, send it to next one. And if he want to send a request to me, first send to his parent, then that parent to the his parent, then only to the grandparent. You understand? Okay. So that's the, so now let me tell you how to update it here. Where we need to do, where and all we are having this event, tell me, in pending task and display task, yes or no? So we need to give like this. It means if anyone call this update status in display task or pending task, then what will be hit? This function. Actually, it doesn't mean that if both functions are same, this is the display task child, property name. But for easiness, we are just having the same thing. Now what we will do, display task, are you understanding what I am saying? Display task, let's go to the display task. Now what you need to do, on clicking of this button is there, right? On click. Generally you are getting status here, but what you should get, task item. What you need to do, update status of, actually here also what you can do, right? You can simply pass down the task item. From here, what you should call, props dot update status of. Don't get confused. Very simple. If you want to send money to him, you need to go through mediator. Then whatever you given need to reach that person. The same amount only will go there. If he is returning back to the grandparent, then same amount should go. So that's the reason you are seeing the same name. On the parent I am using same name. To the child I am sending the same name. When I am returning calling also same name, I am calling to the parent. Are you understanding? On the button click what? So this can be anything. Handle update. This can be anything because it is a local function, right? But here, what should be sent? Task item dot ID, task item dot status. Clear? This is one level of prop drilling. Even I can introduce one more level of prop drilling. Okay, I'll tell you what is that. Okay, now what need to be done? This need to copy paste into the pending task also. Okay, now see what will happen. Dashboard. What happened? Where did the buttons dawn? some error maybe. This is not error. Let me see whether I am able to pass anything else additionally. Okay, display task, and let me keep some alert. That. Yes, it's coming. Then why button is not coming? Let's investigate here by doing inspect. Yeah, it is empty. Let's go here again. Yeah, I understand the issue. Tell me, what is the issue? We just changed it here to the status, but here we are passing the status. Earlier we taken status as input, but later I changed it, right? Okay. Now see, try to understand. I am making it as mark as completed. Then what should happen? In the server it will complete, and then it will update the state, and then immediately this will become completed. This green will come. If it is not happening, then there is some error. Okay. Let's go and investigate. Yes, 404. Its item is there. Okay. If it is happening, then the problem is you need to keep the breakpoint and need to see what is any other problem. App.tsx. It's reaching, right? You are able to see, right? It is reaching and then it is giving the error. And we can also use dot catch, right, to see the error. Let me see that it's very important to capture the error. How to catch? And for your information, there is one more interview question chance here. What is that, right? Is this is the only way you can get the data using fetch? There is another way, async await. First approach is then and catch. Another approach is async and await. And one more thing, in real time, for development time only, use console. Later on, remove it or comment it. Okay. Yeah, let's move here. Okay, keep the breakpoint. Yeah, keep it here also. Let's check if the ID is coming. Yeah, ID and status in progress. It's a problem actually. It should tell me what is the problem here. Yes, very good. So when we are sending that request, if it is here, the in progress. And here take see this every time I'm doing here and there. Why can't I move it as another component? Yes. Correct, right? Yeah. So this is why people prefer to change the code to the component. If any change need to be happen, let it happen there. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, maybe. No, but results came here actually. Just give me 1 second. I mean, let me. Definitely, there may be some issue from our end as well. Some server, it's post up. Okay. Yeah, actually, we were just we are not passing body, man. Actually, we should pass body, right? And moreover, this is not right syntax. This is the right syntax. Actually, yeah, my syntax is wrong. Okay. Post content type, and here JSON dot stringify of. Let me take a task item instead of, because with the task item I can get ID here. Okay. Let me have this here and task item dot ID. And see, now again I need to come back and I need to change it here. Okay. Okay, anyway, let that error go, but completed. Yes or no? Okay. But now let me go to pending task. There we should not see this finish this article, correct? Now let me make it as read a book. It went away from here. And if I come here also, it's in progress. Are you understanding? So wherever you go, you need to again come back to the top. I mean, that's how even React Redux will work. But you won't have this sending the props to there, and if you have another child, again sending to there, that concept won't be there. Now let me show you last thing, I need only 2 minutes. I told, right, I will segregate. I'll show you another level of props drilling. Task item dot tsx. Now you have pending task here, correct? Cut down this. Okay. Before that, let me copy paste this. We need fragment. Okay, and we should one more thing I want to show you. Always don't think that props dot only you should use. You can use object destruction. Okay, use this. I mean deserialization. What is that called? Object destruction. I hope. Yeah. So what it means, right? Whatever you are passing from there, okay, it can take that particular one and it can use it here. What it is? Finding element. Okay. Anyway, leave it. As of now, let's go for props any. See, that will work when you have a TypeScript defined with original data type. So now what you can do? So one more thing also you can observe here, I'll tell you. Now render action is there, right? This I can move it here. Got it? Okay. Now on clicking of this action, it is calling this and it is calling the this one. Now what need to be done? When you are calling the you need to pass same thing, right, to here also. What you need to pass? Props you need to pass. Sorry. Two props you need to pass. What are those? One is task item and update status. Here, props dot. Now, do we need this? No, we don't need, because we have used it there, right? And moreover, do we need this? No, we can keep it here. Oh, sorry, we need it here because we are using that parent one. Now here also, we can just get entire thing, get rid of it. Simply what we can do? Now tell me the flow, how it is working. See here, it's not updating here, but read a book, pay bills, only one read, even if I make it, no items. Is it working or not? Still, correct? Now, tell me the hierarchy, what I have, from where to where I am sending the props. From starting is apps. In apps, I prepared data, getting data, and updating data. You can see both I am sending as input to the display task and pending task. So what I am saying here, if anyone call this update status, it will hit this one and it will send this one. This is action, this is property. Okay, task means data you are passing. Now I am going to the display task. There what I am doing, I am reading the prop task and displaying task. And while displaying task, I am also making use of that function, because whenever someone call, it should update the data. For that, I am not doing the, I am not making use of the all task here itself. What I am doing, further down the line, further, I mean sending it to the further component also. Why? For simplification, I have made one more component. So now tell me the level. From app, I am passing to display task. From display task to I am passing to task item. So this is called props drilling. Okay, which is recommended if you have one parent, one child, you can go for this one. Aram say, no, there is no issue. But if it become like a chain, then the performance will be, worst, right? Why? Because every component need to hold the data. For example, if I am passing 2 MB of data to the 5 files, then 10 MB of data is being wasted. Yes or no? Okay. But if I, yeah, so it need to hold, the function need to hold. But if I have some central mechanism where 2 MB only will be there, which will be not sent to any component. Here it is 10 MB into 10 MB, 20 MB. Why? I am passing it to two levels. To the display task I am passing, to the pending task I am passing. At least like if you filtered out also 15 MB you have wasted. Instead, why can't you just go with 2 MB and whenever you need only just go and call it and get it. Yeah, and whenever you want to update, go and update and come back. You understand? This is called state management, global state management, which we can control using use reducer. There is one hook called use reducer, but it is not that much sophisticated and useful. If you want, you can practice with use reducer, but we will, in the next class, we will be going with React Redux. Use reducer is a Java React hook, which is inbuilt hook. No. Yeah, use reducer is a hook, as like use state use effect, but it won't give you much, control. Whereas React Redux is a separate state management package, which will give you the better control of these all mechanisms. Okay, Redux is one thing. React Redux, two components we need to install: Redux, React Redux. Okay, so that we will see. Even in the next session, what I will be covering, right? I will tell you how to create tasks. Okay, how to, anyway, update we have done, right? Mark as completed, we have done. The link is not working, let it be. Okay, only add task that you can do. If you want, I can give you the solution. What you can do, right? Have a plus symbol here. On clicking of it, no pop-up. Just below that, show one div, show and hide, show title, description, button, understand, date. On clicking of save, close it and let this refresh. Only that is left here. Maybe I will cover in the next session. Okay, and state management I will be covering. Got it? Okay. Yeah. Any questions here on this? Yeah, it changes, right? Yeah, there is no pending task actually. In progress 3, completed 4. No, it will go away because the JSON server API is not working. You can see here. All are completed, right? You have no pending task. I mean, conceptually it is working. Okay, maybe JSON server API is having some issue. Maybe we need to enable cars or something that we will see later. I'll solve and let you know. Okay, so I'm stopping here.